Museum. Auf dem Museum.
Ma mamma ce l'ha la carta di Zermatt? È sicuro? Mamma che forse ne?
Well, you know, they have a new improved version now, which is linked up to the internet, and you do talk to other people.
But I'm sitting here, I don't, you know, I'm sitting at a bench, and I'm reading my book, and I look at the lights, and it's car, and it's going, that's right, French.
So they're also not teaching travel. para mí.
I don't even know if there was enough space for you to find it.
Looks like every I know, but every about yeah.
Ferienwohnung am Bach.
Ah ja,